I got one last story. I think whew, it's a slap in the face upon a slap in the face. In fact, there's so many slaps in the face that we've received behind Joe Biden's campaign. I don't even think there's any more room for slaps. This thing really redundant to get slapped in the face. Joe Biden torpedoes Bernie Sanders in a pitch to Wisconsin voters. Now here it is. So Joe Biden was in Wisconsin, and he rather bluntly invoked his Democratic primary victory over independent Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders when he was asked to ally Wisconsin voters and to make them feel better and not be so worried about socialism and about raising taxes. And Joe says, "Hey, I beat the socialists, man. Come on, I beat the socialists. I beat him like a drum. I beat him like he stole something. I beat him like he touched my hairy legs. I beat him. So he conducted several interviews with local media in Wisconsin, including with Fox. Kia Murray used her final question to ask the ex-VP about socialism and tax increases. And that's when your boy Joe Biden says, first of all, I guarantee a promise. I never broken my word. Anyone making less than $400,000 will not see one single penny in their tax raised. Number two, I beat the socialists, man. That's how I got elected. That's how I got the nomination. Do I look like a socialist? Look at my career, my whole career. I'm not a socialist. Then Joe Biden further went on to make voters or Wisconsinites feel a little bit better by telling them he's not trying to punish anybody. Let me assure you, but the idea that 19 corporations making billions of dollars pay zero taxes. The idea that you can be making $1 billion or millions of dollars like Donald Trump did, and acknowledged when he opened up a casino in New Jersey, they had to show us his tax returns. He paid zero taxes. And what did he say? When they asked him, how do you feel about it? He said, it just proves me smarter than everybody else. He knows these guys know how to game the system. The game is going to be over when I'm elected. So basically, Joe Biden is lying because he's not going to close the loopholes. The first person to have to tax will be his son. But the part that really gets me, because he's gonna make up stuff. And look, I don't know how much you can fault him for lying, because Trump's the king of lies, and a lot of you don't have a problem with him lying. You just go, well, we hate Biden too. And both are disagreeable, but here's my point. It really sucks that people like Bernie Sanders have to try to bend over backwards to please Joe Biden and the other neoliberals by trying his best to lead everyone to try to support Joe Biden, because maybe they do believe that Trump is an existential threat. And I'm going to tell you, I'm tired of that name, that word, existential. Never really used it before until this election. Trump's existential. But my greater point is, it's got to suck that you have to force yourself to support Joe Biden. And then at every turn, at every convenient moment, Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton are all throwing your ass under the bus. They not only throw Bernie Sanders under the bus and run over him, they back up and run over him again and again and again and again. And then people write articles and they still blame him. They still blame him for that. I read an article where they were blaming Joe Biden. Well, they're blaming Bernie Sanders already for Joe Biden losing. Already they're blaming him. It's not even election time. Well, just in case someone writes it before we do, we got to be the first one out the gate to blame Bernie and all you Russian supporters and all you progressives and people on the left and people who actually want to, end mass incarceration, legalize cannabis, end the war, bring the troops home. Yeah, let's blame you now. All you Susan Sarandonites and Nina Turnerites. It's all your fault. It's all your fault, you Michael Mooreheads. So it's got to suck, once again, that you have to listen, that Bernie has to listen to this. And I'm tired of hearing it myself. I'm tired of Joe Biden already. Now, what does that mean? What do we do with that? I don't know. How about we just accept the fact that both of these parties suck, Johnson? It's something I've been saying for almost a year and a half. A year and a half I've been saying it, at least. Both parties suck. I think we came up with it in 2016. Both parties suck. Now I have it as a T-shirt. Not only do you have to force yourself to not tell the truth about Joe Biden on a daily basis when the camera's shoved in your face. But if you're Bernie Sanders, you have to grin and bear it and eat 2 bowls of shit as they discredit you, throw you under the bus. And for Joe Biden to spin the yarn that he beat Bernie Sanders and then turn around and use Bernie Sanders' own rhetoric on taxes and big billionaires, the billionaires and the millionaires. He's using the same verbiage as Bernie. But then talk about, so people are confused because sometimes you talk like Bernie, but we all know you're not going to do anything. You already said nothing's going to fundamentally change. Joe Biden is a shape-shifting neoliberal jackass. I don't know these people who believe that he's a warm and fuzzy person. I don't know. I know some of you have to say it. I know you got to say it. He's warm and fuzzy. He knows your pain. I know you got to say that in order to work in media, and you got to say it to succeed in Hollywood. I get it. But see, I'm not working in your type of media. This is independent media. So I'm going to tell you, all the footage I've seen of Joe Biden over the years, he was a complete asshole. He was even more of an asshole than Donald Trump in a lot of that footage. I saw his condescending, arrogant, petulant, grandstanding.
It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask, what made them do this? They must be taken off the street. That's number one.
Jackass is what he was. Nothing redeemable about him. I know people won't talk about it. He had a punchable face. He always had a punchable look on his face. Like he was better than everyone. And he sounded like he despised black folks. Every time he talked, he despised poor people. That's how he always sounded. I'm not fooled by this latest iteration of Joe Biden. So I will not lie for Joe ever. I will never lie about who I think Joe Biden is. All right? And he would have one time to come out of his mouth about me if I had to carry water for his ass. One time. Now I know, like I said, I know there's a lot of people out there who got to kiss ass. Then you can't even admit you're kissing ass, because if you admit you're kissing ass, then that's against the rules too. You can't even admit that you're just kissing ass in order to keep a paycheck coming in. And there are people delusional enough to think that you actually have affection for a person who's... You get it. You get it, right? You get it. I get it. But I don't play those games here. We don't play those games. And people with common sense don't play those games. That's why a lot of people are very turned off at this election. It's not because they love Trump. They can see through Joe Biden. I don't know what the hell Jim Clyburn is smoking. I don't know how they roll their blunts in South Carolina, but how they roll them in D.C. and Maryland, where I'm from, we could see a fool, we could see a faker, we could see him a mile away.